Sam is not.
Okay. I think they're still going to be good.
They're going to be good? Jeremy good? Or just pretty good?
They're very good.
No, very good. Very nice. Very clever. Witty banter here.
Yeah. You remember LIU late? Like LIU got good late.
Yeah.
And Quinnipiac got good late. Do you think that makes them the two best?
I think I think LIU, again, I really like Wasay. I like the way he can just take over. Julian Boyd becomes a really important player.
Yeah.
You know, the field, a lot of question marks there, though. You know, and I think what a huge factor is in these games is making shots.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who's going to, you know, are you sure you got the right guys shooting the basketball at the right time? And I think that's just a huge part of it.
That's why I like Quinnipiac. Feldine, I mean, you kick it out to him, he's going to make the shot.
Yeah, he's got James Johnson. I thought he made an enormous impact his freshman year. You know, New York City toughness. Tom, I just think there's a lot of good young coaches in the Northeast. They're all like almost in that same age range. You know, 35 to 40. These are all. I never would have won against these guys. You know what I mean? I mean, they're really. There's a ton of guys that you know are going to have really good coaching careers, whether it be Brian Nash or Jimmy Ferry or Tom Moore, Mike Rice out. I mean, Don Fry. I mean, there's just every one of these guys are all the guys I used to see at five-star camp and say, man, that young guy is going to be good someday, and it's exactly what they're doing right now.
And it's because of the players that they're getting. I mean, I talked to Mike Rice earlier. We've talked to a couple of the coaches over the last few days. It seems like they're getting guys that are above the league, talent-wise, because of the success of the Robert Morris program, or because of the new Monmouth building, or whatever it is, or because it's a good coach with a great personality. They're getting players that are kind of not your normal NEC player, and I think that's really going to raise the league up.
No, I think it is, and there's just so much returning talent right now. I think there's so many good coaches that what's going to be the difference? I mean, the difference is going to be talent, and who gets it, and who's experienced players. Yeah, experience matters, but boy, you can have impact freshmen in this league. We see that throughout the NCAA right now, that you don't have to necessarily be a senior to be good.
Yeah.
There are guys that can impact this league immediately, or any league in college basketball, and I think that's going to happen this year.
You think we've been doing this for 10 years?
Yeah, we've got
10 years together? It's a long time.
10 years. 10 years.
I see you more than my wife.
Yeah, well, I was just thinking that. I wonder if I can hang in there that long with my wife. 50-50 right now. I wouldn't.
We both married over our heads, so it's a little shaky.
It's, I don't know. We ready for this show? Are we ready to knock down? Hey, here's my thing. How sticky should I go? Can I throw jokes? I gotta play it. I think my material's getting old, isn't it?
Yeah.
I got making references from like the 70s.
The kids' parents will get it. The kids won't get it.
You
gotta uphold your reputation, otherwise they'll say, "What happened to the captain? He wasn't on the show this year."
Here's the thing. Don't be afraid to jump in though. You know, man, I like that. I think you can. Don't think I gotta go. You gotta go. Let's just go with this thing and wing it, because it's like. Replay after replay after replay.
Yeah, it's a lot of video.
So it'd be fun, Yeah. So don't have me, then you, then me. Who cares? Wing it. I always think like on SportsCenter and stuff, when the guys are going and something pretty good is going on and they're going back and forth and there's something on the video, it's pretty good stuff. So don't just... jump on me. You can't mess me up. I don't know what I'm doing anyway.
It's good. It fools people. It makes them think that we're friends and stuff. It's cool. The camaraderie.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
I'm trying to think if I got any new material I can throw out to make you laugh but I got nothing.
If it's too new, I'm not going to get it. So, like the rivalry weekend thing, it seems like when FDU is good, Monmouth is good, and when they're bad, Monmouth is bad, and the teams get together. It's always a close game, and it's always like one of those buzzer-beater games. Those games are memorable, and with Monmouth's new arena this year, I think that'll be a cool matchup. I think Robert Morris and Mount are the two best teams, so then when they play, I think those games will be worth watching. A lot of top players, a couple of the top young coaches in the league. So those are a couple of the rivalries that I'll keep an eye on this year.
Dave, I got to tell you, the best NEC player I've ever seen. Now, I've been around this league since Reagan administration. I've been around forever. This is from the inception.
Right.
And I will tell you that my favorite player I've ever seen play in the Northeast Conference is a guy named Terrence Bailey.
Mm-hmm.
He played for Wagner College in the early 80s. And I'm telling you, I had never seen a guy with the biggest hand, 6'1", could take off. I'm telling you, the crowd would start going nuts when he'd get the ball at half court, because he would take off to wind up and just flat out slam on people. I saw him, no, you're not going to believe this, hurdle Rick Smits. No, I mean, not clear him, but I'm telling you, like, knees in the face and just slam it. And I'm telling you guys, first guy drafted in the second round of like the '85 draft, should have been an NBA player. Dominated the Jersey Shore League in summers. I remember talking to Kelly Tripucka just the other day. Kelly Tripucka was an NBA All-Star. Said Terrence Bailey, he's better than better than 50% of the NBA when I was there. So that's clearly my favorite player.
Well, I would have to say Charles Jones from LIU. You could tell he was an NBA player. He could drive through anybody. They had some really good teams, mid-'90s at LIU. But I grew up on, like, the Monmouth guys. I mean, he's going to hate when I say this, but Dave Calloway, right? Alex Blackwell, Fernando Sanders, Harry Garris, all those guys. That was fun for me, you know, seeing those guys. I thought they were great players. But now, like, in retrospect, Jones was great. Jermaine Hall was great, kind of a one-dimensional player, but there have been some good ones. I didn't see Rick Smits. You did.
Rick Smits obviously had the best NBA career, and that's when Maris was part of the league. But he got me thinking Monmouth. John Giraldo. I thought he was a great player. But Alex Blackwell, he's a guy that had time in the NBA also, and a dominating interior play. They had it really going there for a while with Blackwell. Then Saunders was another big man in front. You just mentioned him. Now they had good interior strength going there for a while. A lot of bigs.
Tip-off time for a little round ball round table. We're joined by a couple expert commentators here, coaches. Joe DeSantis, the former coach at Quinnipiac and now an NEC commentator, and of course Mike Rice, the head coach of the defending champs here in the league, the Robert Morris Colonials. Guys, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Let's talk a little bit about the new buildings in the league. I got a chance to tour the Monmouth facility recently, 4,100 seats, and you both know what an advantage it is in recruiting and just to play in the league in general in those new facilities.
Hey Dave, remember when you used to wake up as a kid on Christmas morning and find that present under the tree that you were so proud of? Monmouth should be very proud of the new facility. I heard it's tremendous. The thing that I like about Monmouth, even though they struggled the last couple of years because they've been young, they have a history of winning. They have a very loyal fan base. And Monmouth is a contender this year. I think they're going to be really good. So I really feel that the MAC, the Multi-Purpose Activity Center, will be packed.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about the other schools that have newish facilities, LIU, Quinnipiac. LIU has really used it to their home court advantage, a difficult place to play, Mike. Quinnipiac kind of 50-50 so far in their new building, but it's nice.
Sure, the trick is to fill the seats in the arena. And, walking into the arena, it's nice, new facilities, it's good to show recruits too, but the trick in basketball is to put those students and that fan base in, and so you still have those Mount St. Mary's, and those are kind of the toughest places to play, but it really does help recruiting.
Yeah, home court advantage becomes a huge issue when you get into league play, doesn't it?
Hey, there's no question about it, and being in a year, 2 years now, our guys know, some of our veteran guys know what to expect in certain amount of buildings. You hear kind of the chatter at the back of the bus telling the freshmen what you're going to expect, and yeah, it's a big advantage.
Coach Dave Popkin, Tim Castro with you on the NEC countdown to tip-off in the final minute here at Capper. The thing that's got me excited about the beginning of this season is the rivalries. The Jersey teams, the Brooklyn teams, their coaches were roommates, right? The three Connecticut teams are all going to be good. Robert Morris and the Mount will open and close with each other. Might be the best teams in the league. What's got you hopped up?
Well, don't forget about the women's side. Sacred Heart and St. Francis, PA. They could definitely be the championship game again.
I agree. This was fun. We'll do it again.
Oh, always is, buddy.
Okay, we'll see you out at the courts. We certainly thank you for watching the NEC countdown to tip-off. We'll talk to you next time. So long.